Hi, I'm Daria, and I'm here to share with you 3 steps you can take to love and accept your body more. Loving and accepting your body is so important to living a beautiful, fulfilling, happy life. Not loving and not accepting your body can be so tremendously painful and frustrating and can really limit you from living your best life and being happy and um, having great relationships and opportunities. I'm talking from experience because I spent most of my life not feeling good in my skin and fighting against myself, against my body. I just can't express enough what a relief it is to begin to accept and love yourself more. Your life just transforms so much. So I want to share 3 steps that worked for me to love your body more. The first step is your thoughts. It's what you think. So whenever you have negative thoughts about yourself or negative thoughts about your body, or if your mind tends to go on these negative downward spiraling loops, what you need to do is you need to take agency over that. If you don't have mental discipline, right? If you don't use your mind as an instrument, but rather allow your mind to go wherever it wants to go and take you on any thought trains that it wants to take you, you're going to find yourself thinking some pretty crazy things. Some of these thoughts might not even be yours. Maybe it's something you're picking up from a person next to you or from the media or from TV. So, what is crucially important to do is, first of all, have awareness of what you are thinking. If you're thinking negative thoughts about yourself, if you're thinking bad things about your body, just become aware of it. And this step doesn't even require you to do any change. It just requires you to be aware that you're having a negative thought, right? If you thought something negative, just say, oh, okay, this was a negative thought about my body. That in and of itself already gives you more power over your thoughts. And then if you can go further, you can start to shift the negative thoughts into positive ones. And the mind is like a little child. You can think of a mind as a little child, right? Children need discipline. Why? Because that's healthy for them, right? If you let a child run around, do whatever they want, it's going to be unsafe. They might light a house on fire. They might hurt themselves. They are not going to go to bed at an early hour, and then they're going to be cranky the next morning. All these things, there's a reason why parents discipline their children, right? Because they need, for a child's safety and well-being, they need direction. They need some rules and frameworks. And the same with your mind. When you discipline your mind and when you become more in charge of what you're thinking, not necessarily specific thoughts, but what directions your mind is taking. And when you put it towards a positive direction, your life will become much easier and you will have much more agency over how you feel and what kind of thoughts you have. And a practice that really helps with that is definitely meditation. When you do meditation, usually meditation involves focusing on something, right? It can be your breath, it can be a mantra, it can be an affirmation, a candle, whatever it is, but you have a focal point, right? Something that you keep coming back to. And as your mind wanders, as you have thoughts, which naturally you do during meditation, you catch yourself thinking and then you gently come back to your focal point. And what that does is it trains your mind. It trains your whole system that if you have a thought, it doesn't mean you have to follow it. It doesn't mean you have to run with it. You have a choice. You have the agency to say, wait a minute, I don't want to be thinking that. Let's go back here. And this is what meditation does, and it helps tremendously with any negative thought patterns or loops that you might be having. So I definitely recommend starting a meditation practice, even if it's a few minutes in the morning, just watching and observing your breath and just, coming back to the feeling of your breath. Whenever you have a thought, just coming back to the feeling of your breath. Very simple, very doable. Just try it out. The second step involves speaking. The way you speak about yourself to others and the way you respond to others speaking to you. Do you find yourself deflecting compliments often? Do you find yourself being overly critical about yourself when you talk to others? No judgment here. A lot of people do that. And that's a very toxic habit. I don't know why we do that. I don't know who taught us to do that, but let's just drop it right now. Just don't do it. Just stop deflecting compliments. Take every compliment that you get and stop talking negatively about yourself to others. You know, when you verbalize something, it has so much power. It's like your thought is the first step, but when you verbalize it, it's like you're materializing that thought literally with the vibration that comes out of your body. And whatever you're saying about yourself to another person, you're also saying to yourself. It's like your system records that and reads it back to itself. And if you don't have anything positive to say, just don't say anything, but try your best to not self-deprecate. Try your best to not deflect compliments. And especially with compliments or good things that people say to you, that can be so helpful in learning how to love and accept yourself more. Because when you allow yourself to receive that positive feedback from another person, again, it's like your system is reacting to it, and it's saying, oh, okay, there's something positive, there's a positive input. I allowed myself to receive positive input from another person. I can allow myself to receive a positive input from myself. Just say thank you to any compliment that you receive. It's a simple shift, and it's also very powerful. Third step you can take, and in my opinion the most crucial thing you can do for yourself, is being in your body, feeling in your body. And that might sound a little weird. What do you mean being in your body? Aren't you always in your body? But what I mean is really inhabiting your body. So there are different ways we can be present in the world, right? Oftentimes, if you are experiencing a lot of negative thoughts about yourself, specifically about your body, that could be a sign that you're not really living in your body. It's more like you are living in your head, and it's like, rather than experiencing everything physically, right, feeling every feeling, you're analyzing what you're feeling rather than just being present and feeling it, if that makes sense. So what I mean by being in your body, I mean whatever you are doing, wherever you are, just really feeling, just really being present. Just as you sit on a chair, just feeling the chair. As you drink your water, just feeling the taste of the water, or feeling the coolness of the water in your mouth. You're talking to someone, feel the resonance of your voice, feel what it feels like to hear their voice, things like that. So when you're really present and you're inhabiting your body, you are not going to be running on any mental loops, because you will be busy being present, because you'll be busy feeling. And this is how we're meant to be, really. We are meant to be very physically present in every moment. And that's a huge challenge, because in our modern society, of course, we are very much drawn up into the head, into the mental space, which the mental space is great, and thinking is wonderful, and our minds are incredible instruments. But we need to be sure that we are not overly mental. So we are also present in our physical experiences. And the great thing you can do to really be present and feel is to move your body. Any form of movement that really helps you to drop down into your body, to really begin to feel, to really begin to experience, right? And it doesn't matter what movement you do. Maybe your movement involves washing dishes or walking the dog. Well, while you're walking, just feel your feet on the ground, every step that you make. Feel your bones, feel your muscles, feel whatever you're experiencing in the moment. It's about finding the movement that really helps you come back to yourself, come back to the present moment, where you can lose yourself in the moment, where you can lose yourself in the movement. For me, what I love to do is dance. I just put on my favorite songs and I just dance in the living room and have a blast. And it's so healing, and it's just really fun. And especially when you get to a place where you really allow yourself to move however you want, without thinking what's your next move is going to be, without thinking what you look like, or if this is right, or what you're doing looks correct. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is feeling and being present. And it takes practice. It's not an easy thing to do if it's not something you used to be doing. It takes some practice, and it takes time to drop down into a state where you can actually be present. But, doing little incremental practices, just wherever you are right now, just feeling your body. Actually, together, let's take a moment to Just feel into your body. Maybe you're sitting, maybe you're lying down, maybe you're standing. Feel the ground beneath you, feel the surface beneath you. Notice the position of your spine. Notice your breath. Feel the taste in your mouth. Notice the sounds that you hear. The feeling of the clothes on your skin. And notice how just by the virtue of you feeling your body, it allows you to drop in, right? You didn't do anything. You didn't try to do anything. You just focused on feeling, and that immediately shifted the way that you were perceiving yourself and your surroundings, right? And this is something you can do anytime, any place. And it helps tremendously with getting out of any mental loops or any mental spirals, downward spirals especially. We don't want those. And just dropping into the present moment and just simply being. And again, it takes practice and it takes time to make this a habit and to make this a sustainable way of living. But whatever you do to go in that direction will be tremendously helpful to you. So all my encouragement for you to try out any of these things or practices and find your own ways to really be present in your body, to think positively about yourself, to speak positively about yourself, and to really embody your body, to feel as much as you can. So I hope this helps and inspires you to take more steps towards self-love and self-acceptance. And by loving yourself, you are opening up to all the love that is for you in the world, all the love that is around you. And if you need assistance or if you need help in working through body image issues or working on self-love more, I offer one-on-one energy healing sessions, which are a very powerful way to address the root causes and the core wounds and traumas that cause these issues in the first place. So I will be very happy to work together and work with you on that or anything else that is coming up for you. You can visit my website for more information. It's dariagrigorieva.com. I also posted a Reiki video on loving your body, which I will link right here. It's a really great one, so I definitely recommend checking it out. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new Reikis and meditations every weekday, and I would really love to have you as part of this community. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.